Hey there everyone, and welcome to my second tutorial. Today we're going to be working on a calculator. It's going to be a simple calculator, just addition. Maybe in the near future we'll work on a more complicated subtraction, multiplication kind of calculator, but for now let's just stick with the addition. And here we go, open up C++ and we will start a new project. So file, new project. It'll be an empty project, and put a title. Let's do calculator. Okay, and then here you go. So we're gonna go to source files, add new item, and over here you're gonna do a C++ file or CPP. So do title it again, calculator 1, and add. So here we go. This is where we'll be doing our coding, as you already know. And so let's start off. So we type in pound include the IO stream again, and oops, in there, and then you do using namespace std and then semicolon. It's a same start as the last tutorial. So main parentheses, and then you do your little squiggly brackets, and then we type in int d first. Now what the int does is it is saying, whoops, let me put the semicolon, it is saying that this over here, the d first, is the first variable, and then we'll do int d second. So this is your second variable, and you'll see how it's used later on while I'm programming it or coding it. So we'll do cout, and over here you can put whatever you want it to say. So please, or no, enter the first number to be added, and then you could do period, and if you want to put a space you'll do the /n and parentheses. Oops. And then you can end that with the semicolon, and that's your first line. Then we'll do the cin, which is C input, and then space, and these ones are the other way, not the same as the cout. They're the input signs, which you can see there. So after that you'll put in d first. So when you debug this, you'll see that it'll say this, and then the first number that the person types in, so say it was 2, will go over here and be filled in as 2, and then oops, I put the semicolon, and then when we do it again for the cout output signs, and then you put enter the second number, and then you do your /n, and then you end it with your quotation, and then you do your semicolon, and then you do C input or in, and the input signs d second. So over here the person will enter the second number, and that'll be placed over here, and then you will do the next line of coding, which is pretty much where all the math is, and it goes like this: cout output signs, then the whatever you want it to say, as like to say that it's your sum of the numbers. So the sum of the two numbers is, and then whatever you want it, or what you could put whatever you want there. So it'll be a d first, and then will be added to the d second, whoops, space, d second, and then it'll be d second, and then it's the in output signs again, and then it's the equals, and then the signs again, parentheses, d first plus d second, parentheses, and that's pretty much, this is pretty much where all the math is going to happen, right here inside these parentheses. and we're just, oh whoops, this is supposed to be plus and this is supposed to be equals, and then this is where all the math happens, this whole line. So if you want to put a space between the this and the next line that's going to come up, you'll do the output signs again, and then end L, and then you end it with the semicolon. And don't forget the system parentheses quotation pause, or else you won't see the command prompt that's going to come up, and it'll be kind of pointless. So yeah, and then you just end it with your bracket, and that's pretty much all it was right there. So don't forget this line right here, and let's go to debug it, see how it works. Here it is, it's happening, and I messed up. So line 19, I'm missing a thing. So 19, let's see what happened here. Before return, let's try that again. Return. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't see the error, and it's right here. I forgot to put the semicolon. So now let's debug it and see what happens. And it's working, and here it is. So as you can see, it says enter first number like I set up here, and I'll do 5, and then I press enter, and then it says enter the second number. And the reason why there's a space is because I messed up and I put a space up here. So I'll do 3 and press enter. So 5 plus 3 equals 8, and that's how it came out over here. It filled in the 5 and the 3, and then it gave you your results. So, and that's it. So pretty simple. You can mess around with this, change the sign to subtraction if you want. Just get this, mess around, you'll learn from it. It's really useful. And that's all for this tutorial. If you haven't seen my Hello World tutorial, you should start from there. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.